Hey guys, Thunderstud here, and guess what I got for you? This is Banlist friendly Shiranui. Banlist is obviously not live yet, but we can still recreate Shiranui without using it. Did you guys think they were dead? Because they're not dead. You gotta remember they're zombies. It's kinda easy to forget because they don't look like zombies, but they're zombies, so they're hard to kill, and they are still alive. They are not as good as they were. Objectively, they are not as good as they were. They don't get Sun Saga out as quickly, and they're only going to have one Sun Saga, and they're not going to be as deep with the plays. But the core is still there. Getting Gozuki to mill our Spectral Sword, and stacking the... Look at this back row, guys. I don't think I've ever put this much back row into a single deck. We have 3, 6, 9, 10. Half of our deck is back row. We don't even have one Cosmic Cyclone, so we barely have any monsters. But without level ogging into a Sun Saga first turn, since we did go Solitaire over the Squire, or the Spirit Master. I don't think you'd go Spirit Master, but that frees us up for my monster cards. We're not stuck on level og. My monster cards goes a long way with this deck. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 monsters with different names. 3 Gozuki and 2 Spectral Swords are the only things over 1, so if you get them, you're great. You're usually starting with Gozuki. We also have Samurai Skull. Believe it or not, Samurai Skull used to be limited to 2, so he wouldn't have been able to be used in this deck, but that boy's free, and here he is in a top tier deck. So yeah, you're mostly starting with Gozukis. You got first turn Gozuki, you set some crazy back row, and you mill Spectral Sword. This isn't me, guys. I don't want to do this. I don't want to pump my deck half full of back row, just ridiculous traps. But that's where we are now. That's what Shiranui are going to do. I guarantee you the back row amount in Shiranui decks are going to rise, and they're going to play it just like this. Maybe not with my monster cards, because people are still kind of sleeping on my monster cards. That's all you need. You use that one Solitaire. This boy's just filler. You can pretty much use anything else, and you just get to those 3 Gozukis. 3 Gozukis are pretty important. Not as important if you don't want to just use Samurai Skull and maybe 1 Gozuki. But it's still strong, guys. You'll see in the replays, they're not quite as fast, but they'll still get there eventually and do all their plays. So not super excited to see their new incarnation, because this is a ridiculous amount of back row. But it slowed them down a little, so I don't see them falling off completely by any means. But we've slowed them down a little, so that is something. We'll check them out right now in the replays, and thanks for watching, guys. Alright, here we are using an Aster Phoenix. So, I mean, my monster cards is crazy for this deck. You saw how much back row I was able to cram into it, all thanks to my monster cards, and you're still consistently getting off your combos. That's how crazy it is. Here we're starting with a Solitaire. We got one of our Cosmic Cyclones, that's always very good. Solitaire is going to bring out Spectral Sword. We already have a Spectral Sword, so we have everything, even a Ballista Squad. Now I'm going to keep this Spectral Sword in my hand for the whole time, because we have lots of karma cuts. He Cosmic Cyclones our money slot and hits our Ballista Squad. Normal summons a Stratos, searches a Ferris, so we got very lucky to have this Cosmic Cyclone on top of it, because I know just how to beat a hero with a Cosmic Cyclone. He's going to bring out his increase, try to use his increase, lets him tribute his monster, but we will not let him bring out other monsters. So we Cosmic Cyclone him, his effect is negated, sets 1 back row, doesn't attack our monster. There's that karma cut I was talking about. That's why we're keeping the Spectral Sword in hand. He goes to end phase, throw a Spectral Sword, try to banish him, but he's going with Mass Change. He had a Mass Change in hand. That's our blast. Lowers our attack by half, but not a big deal at all. Now we can use this Spectral Sword, banish the Solitaire. Let's go to special summon another Spectral Sword from the banish pool. Use the Samurai Saga, make a Shogun Saga, don't use his effect, go right into the Sun Saga. So turn 5, not quite a turn 1, but we still get the 2 pops. He only has 3k left from Cosmic Cyclone, and we finish him off. That's how Sun Saga should be used, not as something you just sit on first turn and win the duel. Something that finishes the duel for you. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing New School Seto Kaiba with our Old School Yukimoto going first. He's using a Blue Eyes Mat and a Kaiba sleeve there, but he is using 26 cards, so how bad could it be? Very good hand. We're going to use our Gozuki, throw away a Solitaire since we could throw away the Spectral Sword with the Karma Cut, get our play started a little faster, but of course Cosmic Cyclone, best card in the game next to Sphere Boy. Now there's an Alistair, searching his invoked. Playing Necro Valley, searching a spy. Very weird combination here. He's doing invoked Gravekeepers. But he did have a Berry Magician Girl, so he goes into a defense position. Magellanica, very curious. He would let my Gozuki get another effect off when he could just swing over him. But let the boy duel how he wants. We throw away another Gozuki. What is that going to do? Triggers effect. Banish the Solitaire. Kind of a waste of the Solitaire because he could have special summon something being banished. But we special summon one Spectral Sword. Normal summon the other Spectral Sword. So that's going to be Samurai Saga into Shogun Saga. And we're going to be able to swing right over this Magellanica by banishing the Gozuki. Even if he used his invoke, we have more than enough attack points to kill that monster. So now he's going to set another. I'd assume it was his invoked. It turns out it's not. We're going to bring out another Shogun Saga. Now he banishes. Now if I didn't banish, because I didn't need to, he only has 3k life. I had 2 3k monsters. Very greedy to do this banish, because I banished Gozuki with the live Spectral Sword. So if I had not done that, it could have brought out another monster and been much more aggressive. But I wasn't anticipating the set of the spy. Should have. I knew he had it. But we destroyed 2 monsters regardless. And we still have a Canadia holding our bag. Here he's got his Alistair. Brings out his invocation. But he must be running only one Magellanica, because he does not go for it again. He has to banish a dark monster. It's a Caliga. Not much he can do with Caliga, and he probably slowly realized that, even after adding the Alistair to his hand. And then eventually scoops. Great stuff, guys. Okay, here's the Dark Signer, Carly Carmine. I love that we got her before we got the regular Carly Carmine. She's using no sleeves. Nothing up her sleeves. Plays Shien's Dojo. A lot of people think 6 Samurai are going to make a comeback. I do not buy it. But he's going into a first turn Shien with a double United. So I mean, that's about as good as it gets with this deck. I'm going to get that sweet +2. I mean, have all the dual wields you want. I really don't see 6 Samurai making a good comeback. I'd love to play him though, but I don't see it. Here Gozuki. Mills a Spectral Sword. Pretty normal play. Karma Cut and Canadia. There's no way he can stop both. He's trying to bring out an Enshi. We're going to start with the Canadia. He takes the bait and tries to negate it. So he's going to get hit with a Karma Cut and have a much harder time. Now he does have follow-up plays with the keys on. That's going to give his Enshi a live effect. Turn my poor Gozuki. And then hit me for some damage without feeding the fuel for my Spectral Sword. But wait, how'd that Samurai get in there? Threw him away with the Karma Cut. Works out great. That way he can't stop us. Getting our synchros off. Probably didn't even expect it to in scoops. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing a Yami Yugi. Go in second. This boy's repping that 2018 KC Cup. Pretty random. He's using balance. My monster cards gives us a Spectral Sword and a Samurai Skull. We even have a way to throw away that Spectral Sword from our hand. But our boy's using Dark Cavalry. Brings him out, so we're just gonna normal summon. We set our Floodgate, set our Karma Cut, normal summon our Samurai Skull. Then our last Spectral Sword. Duel's going well so far. That's how you want it to start. As soon as he normal summons that monster, his hand is empty. And that means here comes a Karma Cut, throw away another Spectral Sword. So we have 2 if we wanted them. Banishes Dark Cavalry while he searches a Buster Blader fusion card. Now he uses his Whelp to bring out his Buster Blader. I'm gonna let him destroy my Samurai Skull. And the world keeps on turning. So we do have a Floodgate. We could have Floodgated him, but I didn't. Now we're going Samurai Saga from the graveyard. Pass our turn. We did get another Karma Cut. Now he uses a Whelp to special summon a Whelp. Throws away his fusion. We're going to Karma Cut his Buster Blader as soon as he uses that fusion to add a fusion. Super random. But not a big deal. He can't get his Destroyer out. Now we get a Ballista Squad and we get to destroy his Dragon. Even through his Wall of D. So just a matter of time. With 2 cards, you're really not going to do much with Buster Blader, and we win the duel. Great stuff, guys. Alright, here we are facing an Aster Phoenix. Going second. Using some hero structure deck. Sleeve and Mat. 2 different hero structure decks too, weirdly enough. Here we have a Ballista Squad and a Spectral Sword, but we'd rather play the Gozuki first turn. Our boy just set one monster. Gozuki mills our Spectral Sword. Set all that nasty back row we play. Hits us with a Winged Kuriboh. Not great value out of him. Passes his turn. Now we have tons of cards. We mill another Samurai Skull. We get a normal summon our Solitaire. He's going to bring out our level 3 tuner. Our level 3 tuner goes into Squire Saga. Now with that Gozuki going to the graveyard, we're going to banish the Sam Skull, special summon our level 2, then use our Spectral Sword in the graveyard, banish that Gozuki. That's our level 8 Shogun Saga. Now I shouldn't have banished here because we could have brought out another monster, but I banished the Solitaire, and we go into a Sun Saga, so that's a little safer play. It's not as aggressive on the lethal, but I had a good feeling this guy had some Kuriboh business in his hand or he wouldn't have stayed. But now we have a Sun Saga there with a Squire support. There's not much he could do, and he scoops. So yeah, I hate to say it, guys, but I think we're still going to see Shiranui around. I'm hoping they're not top tier. I mean, they can't possibly be. It's just a bunch of back row. Give me an Xyz who's not afraid of back row, and we'll have new meta. But till then, Samurais, Shiranui are still going to be around. They're still going to be around. You saw here first. Banlist friendly Shiranui's still going to be around. I don't like it. I didn't want to do this, but they're still going to be around, so we got to know, we got to be ready. And yeah, they're not quite dead yet, guys, so keep your eyes out for them, and thanks for watching.